Hi everyone. So yes, I am now looking at my weight loss as the glass is half full. Um, I have stayed the same after a couple of days of no, one day I lost a little bit and then I stayed the same after another day when it really should have gone down. Um, and it's slowed. And I am after a after my health coach had gone out of the country, went to Croatia, and then he was sick when he got back. And anyway, we are working together again. And and by the way, that's Chris Body, Mind, and Spirit. I will link his YouTube channel in the description below. And we had been working since very late August of last year. And, sometimes all I could think about is, yeah, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. Yeah, let's get it done. Yeah, let's get it done by this time. Let's get it done by that time. And it's good to have a goal. And, if it doesn't quite happen by this time, that's okay. I still lost quite a bit. It's not the end of the world. Everything doesn't have to be a competition. I never thought at my age, and okay, I will tell you how old I am. And I don't love saying how old I am. I just turned 62. I never thought that I could lose 100 pounds in a year. And it was like 1 week earlier than a year, before a year, so like in 51 weeks. I never thought I could do that. But I worked very effectively with my coach, and yeah, I lost 50 of the pounds I lost in 4 months. In fact, I think it was actually slightly. Let me think here. Yeah, it was. No, it was right about 50 pounds. Yeah, and so yeah, sometimes it works out really great. Sometimes, the ball is rolling and, there's these little snafus and you get through them real quickly and all this stuff happens. And, you're working really hard at this and I'm doing my workouts. I'm doing my walking. I'm trying to do a lot of the exercise because that makes me hungrier and that can have its issues. And I'm trying not to, overdo the strength training because that can make me too hungry. I'm being careful about what I eat, keeping it clean, having my my days when I have a little more calories, like a cheat day or a refeed day or something like that, right? And doing all the things right. And sometimes you just can't outsmart when the body says, nope, you need to maintain. And so I can look at it like, woe is me, I'm not losing this weight. Okay, good, I'll work a little harder, I'll get it done, right? And it's like, no, stop fighting. Take a breath and think about what's best in the long run. And I thought about, okay, think about the glass is half full. And that's how Chris Body, Mind, Spirit, has taught me to think about this. Because at first I'm like, what do you mean it's okay that I'm maintaining? What's wrong with you, And then I got it. Okay, I can take advantage of this. I'm a little stronger in the gym. There are ways of taking advantage of a little bit of a hiatus from the weight loss. I'm not talking about gaining any weight here, and maybe I'll even lose just a little bit while I'm at it, and then, and just take advantage of this small little period, and that can help you take advantage of it. That's what, at least my health coach, I can highly recommend him. That's what he has done. Is like, let's take advantage of it. And I'm not going to give you all the little secrets and everything, but I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And so that's something I really want to say is, if you're going to go to all the trouble of hiring a health coach and all the expense of hiring a health coach, they put in their time, you put in your time into the effort into it. And if you don't trust each other, if you don't trust them, when you sometimes, like I said, I had to get out of my own head and like, no, I can't do this. Oh, that'll ruin my metabolism. No, I can't do this. This will do this. That, like, trust the process. If it doesn't, you can move on. And I've never needed to move on. I've never been steered wrong. Sometimes one time there was like one thing didn't work. We had to work to another one. But I mean, it sort of wasn't working that well, and so we worked to another one. It was very quickly we moved on to the other thing. But sometimes it have to be, like, experiment and go, okay, that's not working, and let's try this, and then that's what works. But trusting somebody that you're trusting your health to, if you're trying to get your health to be better, if you're somebody some people want to gain weight, hire a health coach. Some people want to improve their body composition. Some people want, all kinds of things, but a lot of us want to lose weight, like me. And it's important, if you really want to do well, to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to trust that this is going to work. And obviously you got to kind of ask your questions of your health coach and make sure, try to make sure you have a good fit, obviously. But I've never been steered wrong. I haven't. Sometimes I'm like, what, really? Are you serious? And other times I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I get kind of where you're going with that. So I'm like, sort of get that. Okay, let me just go along with this. And it can work. So yeah, it's not, I've learned, this is not all you lose, 500 calories a day and you will lose a pound if you have this stuff. It's not that cut and dry. It just isn't. There's quite a bit that goes into it. You got to get enough sleep. You got to not have all the stress, because stress is part of life. But manage your stress a bit, because stress can cause issues with losing weight, and sleep, of course, it's going to cause more stress. All of that. There's exercise, but then you can adapt, and there's ways to try to deal with adapting, wise. There's walking. What's the best thing? Well, walking is better because it's not really seen as exercise, and I could do it every day. Sometimes you have to do something different. There's all kinds of little things that are connected, but we're not just a total math equation. It's not going to work out exactly mathematically, but yes, calories do absolutely count. And yes, I'm not like, okay, I have to make sure I have exactly 1,289 calories today, or between 1,250 and 1,300 calories today. That's how much I have to keep it in, and it has to have exactly this. No. But it's like tracking, like, yeah, okay, I'm getting, this is kind of the right range, and today I feel a little more hungry, today I feel a little less hungry, that kind of thing. And listening to your body a little bit. But right now, my body's saying, yeah, you're not going to outsmart me. And I'm like, okay, then I'll work with you. And I will be in a better position when I start losing weight again. Now, like I said, I'll probably lose a little tiny bit along the way, but not a whole lot in these next little bits. But anyway, my big thing is, yeah, I still have my countdown to Onederland, but it's going to take me a little longer than I thought it might. And that's okay, because in the long run, I'll probably be I know I will be in a lot better position. And so, maybe thought here, don't always think of maintenance and your body not letting you lose as well at some point as the glass is half empty, but think it as the glass is half full. Now, how do I take advantage of this? And so with that, you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, get out there, get a walk if you can. I don't think I'm going to today. It's teens and single digits, and it's going to get below 0 tonight. It had been very nice, but no walking videos for me right now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.